Let's continue. It was kind of because the baby woke up, and it was very much so. I finally wrapped her in like a grounding mat to calm her down. But of course, the way, let's say, you treat your child is a very good metaphor of how you should try to treat yourself a little bit more here. It's hard to come back to this reading. We stopped on this kind of a father figure, mother figure. I'm seeing like the mother figure is deliberately doing something in order to affect somebody negatively. That's why this person is this empowered person for most. This is person, oh yeah, this person went actually to the spiritual jail. It is in spiritual jail. I wanted to explain something. So you have this kind of, I think they are parent figures, maybe parental figures, or I don't know. These are like, it all might, you know, in the end, it all might be about you. Like it might be the projections of your self externally, which are playing a roles, archetypal roles in your life, which are also a reflection of a part of you. So this, in this very Freudian matter, we may say that these are inner conflict which you also like inherited. That depends which stage of your healing are you, the page to what consciousness you embodied. There is a different scenario here though. I wanted to say this just to be fair, just to give some benefit of a doubt, to give some leverage, but it's not really that here. And I sadly need to say that this woman, by being this older woman, by being in this masculine energy, being on competition with her own husband, being in competition with pretty much everyone around, so definitely the narcissistic tendencies here. Somebody who's not that great in causality, not that great in this kind of thinking. They pushed themselves into, if you know, super ego, and they are so agitated out there in the super ego, thinking everything in the world is literally projections of them. That's why I said this literal thinking. This is the state. This is the condition of this woman here. This is this Durga in reverse. Let's say, where is the feminine energy in here? Like, where in this relationship we have this true feminine energy? Well, it wasn't you. And if you wonder like why you've been so drained, because before I made this reading, I had, you are a scapegoat. It's like a congratulations banner, or like advertising on a highway, very flashy, very, that's how it was. You are a scapegoat. It was really funny. So, well, this, I'm seeing this mother figure is jealous of you because a father figure derives feminine energy from you. You see, I shouldn't say that because it's weird. And it's not sexual thing, it's an energetic thing. You've been sitting there drained in a bed, not being able to accomplish anything, not being able to finish your homework, not being able to do this and this and that. You've been screamed about all those things from this masculine tyrant. That's what I'm hearing. And the father figure was the energy vampiring here. That's the best I can describe it. That's because they couldn't find any of it in their own wife, because their own wife is just pushed herself into very uncomfortable psychic spot, which is very much represented by very unfavorable positioning of planet Rahu, I think, in Vedic astrology. But also it might be possession by Pluto energy. Yeah, that's clearly something. But somebody might have mother who is like Gemini ascendant. I'd say Gemini ascendant with Pluto on it. That's very, very good description here. Very unfortunate. Definitely you've been struggling with the same issues. They are within your psyche, right? They are. I don't think you embody any of those archetypes. I think you somehow, and I don't know how you did it, manage to have this feminine energy upright. Maybe you've been always connected to art. Maybe you've been always connected to poetry. Maybe you always watched those weird movies nobody understood, like some sort of independent cinema, independent music, avant-garde. That's kind of things I'm hearing here. That's how you got in touch with your true divine feminine energy. That's how you never let yourself be eaten alive, but there were moments where it was pretty close. Yeah, I'm seeing suicidal is a theme here too. I don't want to mention addictions, but this is coming too. I don't know if you've been addicted to something that comes to too, because with this kind of family dynamics, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But that might have been an experience which actually pushed you onto spiritual path. I don't know. It's interesting. We have Eight of Pentacles, so everything works well. Everything works towards something. Okay, so really, no. Okay, no. Okay, I hope not, because I didn't want it to turn into reading that it's actually right now everything happens. We are in the middle of the psychic war. It's not that, but there are periodical attempts. That's what I'm hearing. Periodical attempts, and hearing those are simple people. Take it into account that those are simple people. As I read today, wrote this post about the degree of the damage. Well, psychic gifts can cause, and in the wrong hands. Both of those characters here in this reading do not have those. There's a lot of things that are happening here unconsciously. Yeah, there are energies attached to them which are powerful, and it's not something you can talk about. That's why I see how your suffering might be very difficult, because you are not being able to communicate either to them or anybody else really what you can see. You can see something on this woman's back. It's like a venomous energy. Something is eating her wings. Eating her wings? What? Like there are two gremlins or something, like eating the leftovers of her wings. So that's interesting, because, well, that there is some sort of angelic energy coming from this mother figure. That's really interesting. Yeah, this mother figure is a star, supposed to be a star. Ooh, that's complicated, you see. But I think you would say that it might have been like extreme opposing side of spectrum, because there's complete lack of love from this mother figure. There is another here I'm seeing, I don't know if I want to get that, but I don't know if you would be curious about it, because of course no evil just happens, that's every villain is created. Every villain has like a lore behind them, like what happened that is this way, what led them to this kind of place. Well, I may say there is somebody who orchestrated this, and your mom may as well be somebody who have been sacrificed at youth by some sort of religious organization, particularly some sort of Queen of Pentacles did it. It's in the Hierophant, definitely a Capricorn energy who did it. I'm hearing locally, so it might have been like local church. It seems to be a truth. This person has potentiality to be the same. I'm hearing the same, or this is some sort of great soul. I'm hearing Hecate. Somebody who has potentially to be close with Hecate. So interesting. And I'm feeling, yeah, better not go much deeper into this energy. Not for me, for sure. I'm starting to feel extremely bad because this person here is powerful. I don't know how much they know, but they are. Of course they are. They are related to you, right? Yeah, I don't know what to do with it, but I just don't want to keep channeling this story, because I don't know, I just, when I said it, I felt like something grabbed the top of my head. And I don't like those kind of things. But you are a scapegoat is a theme here. You can research it online, what it may mean. This is classical patterning of narcissistic abuse here. Something very, very common in society. Just not many people are. It's just bizarre how it is in society. So, you know, it's not common. Everybody thought it's just normal to be this way in the past. Now suddenly people are waking up that it's not okay. And we have a bunch of people who just saying love and light and don't judge anything. And then we have a society which is completely numb to it. And we have a bunch of tough love. Like, where is the center? Where is the middle here? Because nobody can undo what already happened, right? Like, so there has to be something done here. Of course, we can say let go and forget, and that deep wounds, you'll never be able to completely forget it. Come on. Maybe even if you go to some sort of, I don't know, hypnosis, that's a part of you. That's what makes you strong. So you may as well just embrace this experience. I'm hearing your mom went through worse. If you would, of course, you cannot compare times, you cannot compare lives, but it's visible because you didn't ended up completely destroyed, completely in super ego, completely blocked, heart chakra completely forever blocked. You didn't end up there. You didn't end up with a social mask and fake identity, which has to be carefully maintained every day, practicing in front of a mirror. You didn't end up with that. So that's a big indicator, of course, of your strong will, of course, of your perseverance, of course, of you being true to yourself at the very core. Of course, there's no bad qualities, but there is also this factor of this person went through harder abuse, and doesn't undermine anything. It's just something to understand here. It's very unfortunate. It's not something surprising. It's not something illogical to say that it is what it is. There's causality between things. There are results which are coming from obvious phenomena, obvious situation which occurred. That's why the monster have been created. The monster is like, it's like this, I don't know, I'm getting brought back to the Sophia, or the wisdom. She created a extension of herself, which was infinite, and it turned into a monster, and she had to lock it. The case of this person is like, she locked herself with it. This person in particular, she locked herself with this creation of infinite wisdom. It's almost like it's a metaphor of what narcissism is, this personality disorder as a core, in a core. It's when one sells one's soul to themselves. Kind of. I don't know if this is understandable, but this person is in jail. Like, if you want, please put them in jail. Please put them out of the energy. They are there. They are there all their life. They put themselves there voluntarily. That's what every narcissist does. They putting themselves in self-contained jail. So here we have spiritual guidance and an inner voice and understanding. Please understand. You're not being lazy. You never have been lazy. It weren't that you are laziness. You've been just having this sacral center, sacral chakra energy siphoned. And this is a breakthrough on your journey. You don't have to worry about yourself. You give yourself time to rest. God damn it, somebody's running crazy. You are having the same, you carry something like this. You carry the burden. I don't know, your both parents might be like intuitive, but they were forced to be like regular people who work daily job, which is incompatible with their soul's journey. So they had to search for a part of themselves which has this sustainable sacral energy. This I'm referring to human design here. That energy I'm feeling here. Like they both don't have open sacral center, which means they're working on a universal energy rather than on their own energy. They do not absorb sustainably always from earth the sacral energy as others do. It's just like organically streams through them. When they want to take a nap, they take a nap. They are not built for working in consistency. That's how I started this reading as well. I said, like, you may find a comfort in this consistency. But you see, like, instead of like your mom who wanted to embody it so much, so she drove herself nuts into like some sort of super ego structure of personality to gain this access to this, like you know, like forcing this inner beast to awaken so they can do. That's what I'm hearing. You just find comfort in like having this 20 minutes of the opposition, the doing something which is well organized. I don't know, maybe you like organizing stuff, maybe you like organizing your clothes, or I don't know what is there to organize. Some sort of, maybe you like to put things together by color, like this kind of thing I'm sensing here. And this is the correct way, you see. So I'm sensing there is a lesson in it, and there is also like a comfort in it. But best believe me, there is no good emotions here. There's very, actually this is quite tragic and it's very bad, but I don't want to look at it like this. We're changing a point of view here. Yeah, no, if I'm looking at it from a spiritual lens, not I say logical causalistic lens, it's pretty bad. I'm kind of looking. What else is there? Let's see. See both characters here. And interesting mudras here. I'm gonna take them out, read them soon. There's no sustainable sacral energy. Nobody has. In this family is very unique. There are a bunch of like intuitives in this family. And they all forced, instead of embracing it and just like creating different lifestyle for each other, they so much worried to stick to the rest of society that they're forgetting who they are. And you see, the blessing is in it that you didn't. Of course, it's tragedy about that it couldn't be together, but overall, nothing got wasted, nothing went to, every little building block is still there. Every building block is making your mind beautiful, I'm hearing, making your journey, interesting, full of I'm hearing like very improbable things has happened in somebody's life, always happening. It's like somebody is dancing on the edges here. Okay, see, protection comes here, and this why you are always like, those people may feel like you are like a cat or something. You always falling on four paws, and you always just getting up and going, no matter what they do, no matter how they want to stop you, because there is definitely attempt to stop you, so you cannot be in this energy of unity with everything. I was almost having sense today in this reading I'd made before, and that might be kind of, I'm criticizing myself here. It came out from what was channeled, but and it's something really shady, isn't it? But looking at the main configuration or a main theme, it was like somebody wants to prevent somebody from going into towards the unity and be stuck in duality, being stuck in like a lawful evilness of fake righteousness. And see, maybe I post this reading, but if you listen to this is where you will actually understand it. If I don't know, because I actually think that there is possibility that all the scarcity and systems and it's, see, I'm talking about people who are very highly intelligent and very highly aware here. I'm talking about somebody's parents who are as well, you know, towards, they do in fact understand a lot. They do. Somebody said they are simple people. That's what they want others to think. That's where they feel comfortable. But if you go to their home, you may as well find some ancient artifacts, some Egyptian stuff. You may find, I don't know. There are some things are happening. I'm just gonna tell you that much. I feel like. From some reason, you are very connected to both cats and dogs, but it's like Anubis energy is definitely here. I'm hearing this. I'm feeling this. I'm hearing Nefertiti as well. Cleopatra, yeah. So we do understand something here. Yeah, like this was an attempt to throw you off course, you know, that believing that some sort of joining some sort of organization, which is not of the which is like, I was talking about something distorted called of the Buddhist, and I said like something in this reading, I have a sense that somebody whom I'm channeling, and this is a spirit who is blaming they sons, I think this was a son, death or suicide on some sort of religious or ideological convictions they have. There is a second side to it, because, and they seeing, because it's not a religious, not orthodox religious one, they are saying that it's something which they kill them, and they're actually doing rituals on people, and they actually, I don't know, see that I see this other side of the reading here, which I made. It's like completely opposite of what I said. It's like actually like going towards a different philosophy who would be very beneficial for somebody, rather than staying in some sort of, this is what I'm hearing, lawful, evil, fake righteousness. And this is within some orthodox perennial tradition. So I don't know if this is Muslim or Christianity. It has to be one of those. It's Protestantism, or also Jehovah Witness. That's what I'm hearing. Jehovah Witness might be a case here. So Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. It's not Jewish. It's not. These people I'm hearing, they are racist people though, right? That's what I'm feeling here too. Their vices like pride. Pride is the worst vice, I'm thinking. But also like just there are like dark personality traits are all over this reading. But yeah, you see, like that's what I'm saying. Like I might be onto somebody's case here today because I'm feeling like those parents are the one who wanted to access somebody's energy, somebody I'm reading for. And they wanted to do it in a way that will present some sort of traumatic information. Like you might have a friend or someone, or you might have like a colleague, somebody you know, who actually killed themselves, or they attempted, or they died, or they suddenly died, or something happened in your youth, I think, even. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sensing this is only to mess up with your head, mess up with your mind. So please take that reading if you attempt to watch it with a grain of salt. As it is said, I think I can post it. I will leave some sort of marker to make sure. And this is like a decision. I choose well. I'm gonna read all those cards and I'm gonna finish it. Naga Mudra, dedicated to the great snake goddess. Oh, we have one behind us. The snake goddess Naga symbolizes supernatural power, wisdom, cunning, and potency. The mudra resolves emotional and mental tension. That's what you need right now, really. That's what I'm feeling here for someone. 62, very, very important number in last reading from yesterday. It is important that we always aim for clear-cut decisions, however difficult they may appear. Keep the mudra formed for a few seconds in front of your forehead and then in front of your chest. Oh, I have another painting which really looks like this mudra almost. Like it's a representation. Somebody gave it to me. I actually have it hanged in like a yoga room. And this might be very significant for somebody. Observe your breathing and try to achieve inner tranquility. And this is the tranquility is very important because in this tranquility doesn't matter if you should not think anything, but your mind is so smart that it's just gonna do work for you and you don't have to even know about it. Like the problem with trauma is that it's surfacing to your awareness and it shouldn't. You know what I mean? So to reverse it, you have to let go of everything, and it will just disappear on its own, and you're not gonna have to deal with it. You gotta just listen to, I don't know, listen to your heart, right? Take on a coin, decide what is heads and what is tails, and then throw it into the air. However the coin falls, that is right, unless you yourself decide to take the other course. Every decision taken truly from within is the right one. Often the paths to a decision are tortuous and difficult. When we can rely on the support of the higher powers, and it will turn out for the good. I decide with a clear head and benevolent heart. Yeah, mind and heart. So I think in the Kundalini Yoga there is something when you like actually hold your hands in front of your head and then heart, and you just rapidly move them in between. Somebody may be called to do that as well in order to deal with the situation, because here there has to be something more has to be done. You cannot just leave it like this. This affects you still. I'm sensing it. Self-esteem mudra. I'm a child of universe. Okay, I'm gonna read only this. I am valuable and good, just as I am. I make my contributions to benefit of all. You see, this is very important. That's what I'm saying. Just treat yourself as you need to work on your inner child. This is because there is something still is coming, something between solar plexus and heart. This masculine energy coming into the heart is just too aggressive for a heart. It's something your heart cannot comprehend because your heart is just loving. This cannot get something like this into this, just mudding, polluting. It's just like I don't compute, just go away from here. And your body is agitated, your nervous system may be flaring up, you may be feeling pain everywhere even. And this is just from a simple thing, because you should love yourself better. Not other people, just you yourself. The mudra of will. This mudra activates the circulation, is beneficial for organs. That's good in you. Like, that's actually good. You have like good stable root chakra. If you had some problems with ancestors, I think you had problems with ancestors because you were convinced they work with these people. Oh, surprise, they don't. They do work with you, not with those people. That's what I want to say to you today in this particular reading. It's not always the same. And you will achieve this oneness, and I have this card on top of here, so this may be a clue for somebody. By leaving this toxic family environment, you have chance because of that to become a master. Instead, you either through you supposed to be like this, but instead of this you feel a lot of guilt, remorse, and feel like you did something wrong, and that's why everything is on hold for you. Well, it's not that deep. You just need to do good decisions. You're letting yourself being played by a devil. That's because you don't love yourself enough. You feel, see, I'm talking to a sad person for sure. If you would have everything good, you would never listen to tarot reading, though. Of course. So yeah, I feel like somebody who's rejected from society and in sorrow. Well, that's natural progression. You see, you may think that this is what happened, this is how people affect you here. That's just natural causality of leaving something that toxic. It's hard to relate to those structures which are there are no support groups. If you go to support group, of course there will be people who are probably severely mentally ill or they have addictions. There are no support groups for people who just like had a shitty family, right? Let's say, right? So it's like not relatable. I think this is only in like spiritual communities. Actually, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, so looking from above, remember, you are innocent. I remember myself, I said, compare this lady here we were reading about to like a mantis. You have a person who is just like playing with this mantis, observing it, seeing what went wrong in their development, what went wrong in how they decided to participate in this world, what went wrong in the way they decided to but I'm not saying decided to like I want to undermine the pain they went through, right? But it's like giving to it and not trying to have it, better, more loving. Like, yeah, they gave into it. They gave into. They decided to concentrate all of their energy on this pain, and you are just like curiously observing it, observing how they live. So I think this is important to look from the higher perspective. And this exercise from Kundalini Yoga, weirdly, I was talking about, it will cause you this. Like, you may just do that, and you may just see that whatever problem you had, you already, through these motions or movement, through this meditative state, you saw it. You saw it. This is how it happened for me when I did it. First time, I think. I think instructed, I started to see some situation from above, and that is not a big deal, and actually so simple. And the instructor said, oh, this may cause you to do this and this and that. And I was just like, oh wow, that actually happened right now. That's cool. For somebody who I'm reading for, I'm gonna try to find the video in order to release this things, and try to put it in a link. Okay, bye.